The ADDIE model is the generic process traditionally used by teachers, instructional designers and training developers, in planning and creating instructions. It is a dynamic, flexible guideline for building effective training and performance support tools. The ADDIE model includes 5 phases: analysis, design, development, implementation, evaluation. However, in this presentation, we will take a closer look into the 4th phase, implementation phase. During this stage, the materials created during development stage are introduced to the targeted audience and the learning process starts. The implementation stage will likely include the following main steps to a greater or lesser degree. 1. Training the instructors. 2. Preparing the learners. 3. Preparing the learning environment. Starting with the first step, training the instructor. In some cases, the person who developed the learning materials and activities, is the person who is going to deliver it to the learners. But, also it is possible that the developers turns the course over to another trainer or instructor to deliver it. Let's say your friend hired to develop the materials for his cooking class. After you've gone through ADDIE phases, you want to train your friend on the instructional materials you developed. He will need to know about 1. The course objectives. 2. The course activities. 3. The course media content. 4. The course assessments. One implication of this is that all necessary materials must be prepared before the first lesson starts, so that the instructor will have the time to review them, and obtain an adequate mastery of the information presented in the course. Sometimes, it becomes necessary to teach dozens of instructors at a time, who will then go on to teach the course in different branches or organizations. For this reason, the amount of time necessary to adequately teach an instructor or instructors can vary greatly depending on the circumstances. The next step of the implementation process is to prepare the learners for the upcoming education process. First and foremost, that means making sure that they are familiar with the tools and have the knowledge required for completing the course. This means verifying they have been taking the necessary prerequisites, gone through a proper orientation, and train on any learning management system that will be used in the class. In our example, your friend will have to make sure that each students know when and where the cooking classes are taking place, as well as what materials they have to provide for themselves, like ingredients and cooking utensils. Moving to the 3rd step, preparing the learning environment. During this step, it is necessary to ensure that the technical and organizational requirements of the course, formulated during the development stage, are met, and to prepare the environment where the teaching will be conducted. Depending on the chosen format, the preparation may include the following. 1. Making sure that the computers that will be used for teaching have sound cards installed, connecting and testing the speakers or headphones. 2. Downloading and installing the necessary software and plugins. 3. Supplying a whiteboard and marker pens. 4. Preparing the necessary printouts that will be distributed to the learners. Back to our example, your friend wants to play video about how to prepare scrambled eggs. He wants to make sure he has the technology available to do this. And it is a good idea to test any multimedia equipment beforehand, in the actual learning space. This helps both the learners and the instructors to concentrate on the learning process with a minimum of distractions. So that is a basic review of the implementation phase in ADDIE model. Probably 1. Training the instructor. 2. Preparing the learners. 3. Preparing the environment. Finally, remember that when instructors and learners actively contribute during the implementation process, instantaneous modifications can be made to the project, thus making the program more effective and successful. Thank you.